Sorry. Assalamualaikum. We are Group 4, and today we'll be presenting the first draft of our paper, Uncovering TikTok's Top Trends and NLP-based analysis of user-generated content. It will be presented by myself, Maishanur, my teammates Akar Dhakal and SM Rakib. First, I will start with the abstract. With over a billion active users, TikTok has emerged as one of the most widely used social media networks globally. However, substantial study on the platform's user-generated material is lacking. We show an analysis of the best patterns on TikTok using natural language processing in this paper. Using state-of-the-art NLP methods, we collected and analyzed a considerable amount of user-generated material, including text, images, and videos. Our research reveals the subjects, sentiments, and activities that TikTok users communicate the most frequently. We also note the most typical keywords and grammatical constructions used in the top trends on the site. This study adds to the increasing amount of knowledge about social media platforms and offers insightful information about the topics and developments on one of the most widely used platforms worldwide. Now, I'll be presenting the introduction. On social media, forums, blogs, e commerce, and on other digital platforms, there is a vast amount of data accessible, with a sizable portion of it being user generated content. As technology advances and the number of people who are comfortable using the internet rises, there is an increasing quantity of user generated content available online. User generated content, or UGC, is produced by individuals based on their unique perspectives and experiences. This kind of content is developing into a valuable economic resource with growing commercial possibilities. Even managers are quickly realizing the necessity of using this data to gauge customer opinion and access the success of their own rival companies' goods. It improves knowledge of customer expectations and behavior while also spotting market opportunities. To identify whether a product is or service is receiving favorable or negative feedback, it is essential to classify sentiment from customer reviews. Meanwhile, NLP or natural language processing is being used in social media to analyze user generated contents and derive insights in terms of marketing, customer behavior, and sentiment analysis. Also, much research and analysis has been done in Facebook and Twitter, but in the case of TikTok, there is still a huge scope for such research. Therefore, TikTok's widespread use has made it an outstanding source of information for researchers to examine user behavior and trends through its user-generated content. This paper seeks to outline the current state of UGC sentiment analysis research as well as trends in TikToks using NLP. To our understanding, user-generated content sentiment analysis has not been subjected to the content of TikTok to analyze trends. We will therefore provide an analysis of UGC sentiment analysis in this research by extracting information from TikTok contents. Now I'll be talking about some previous works and literature review. As we know, UGC is written by individuals and is based on their views and experiences. Typically, on the internet, this content is produced by regular people who willingly contribute information, data, or media, which is later presented to others in useful or humorous ways. Wikipedia's videos and eatery reviews are a few UGS examples on a variety of topics such as e-commerce, the healthcare system, marketing, customer service, etc. The UGC requests community input. By sharing people's views about a particular entity or product, this information is developing into an increasingly significant economic resource that contains significant commercial potential. Sentiment analysis can be described by the computational study of evaluating people's attitudes towards a specific thing. It establishes the tone of an expression's feelings and can be used to understand a user's opinions, attitudes, and emotions. Automatic classification of the polarity of positive, negative, or neutral views is done using sentiment analysis techniques. Sentiment analysis is used in many industries, including e commerce, smart tourism, healthcare, etc. Now, consumer comment data from a large number of sources are used for latent semantic analysis in UGC information extraction. Customers' preferences can be derived from UGC information mining because customers communicate their desires. Sentiment analysis in particular areas is used to quantify consumer attitudes in the automotive industry, and supervised learning is used to find rivals with user generated contents. The primary task is determining a product's competitiveness, whether from the perspective of users or businesses, is to organize the text first before using structured vectors to use an optimization algorithm to find the best solution to the issue. Raymond's Whammy and D. Clerk's recommendations for NLP technology to investigate how to comprehend customer views in the context of the text structuring issue demonstrate that further research will need to create a comprehensive corpus of pertinent text and employ deep learning CNN models. The BERT model is used to generate the fundamental model of word vectors and sentence vectors, which is then used to conduct semantic extraction and analysis, as well as analyze sentences having bidirectional semantics in user reviews. To discover the best solution, optimization algorithms have been extensively applied in many different fields. The Aquila optimizer technique was suggested by Abualiga based on natural prey catching behaviors to make it challenging to fall into local solutions during the optimization process, but challenging to understand the structure of the Bayesian network. He proposed the reptile search algorithm. Now, my partner Akar will talk more about further studies.
Thank you, Maisha. So another study analyzed content from hashtag mental health on TikTok. The authors analyzed 100 videos with hashtag mental health with more than 1 billion views in total. Additionally, the comments to each videos were viewed and coded for content in the following themes: offering support or validation, mentioning experience with suicidal or suicidal ideation, mentioning experience with self-harm, describing an experience with hospitalization for mental health issues, describing other mental health issues, and sharing coping strategies. Experiences of healing are ways to feel better. The only content category observed in the most, about 51% of the videos included in the sample were general mental health. The remaining content categories appeared in less than 50% of the sample. In total, 32% of the videos sample received more than the overall average number of likes. Among those 32 videos included comments offering support or validation, and 20 included comments that described other mental health issues or struggles. Similarly, the authors from another study presented a method for extracting age related stereotypes from English language Twitter data, generating a corpus of 300,000 overgeneralizations about four contemporary generations: baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Generation Z, as well as old and young people more generally. They employed word association metrics, semi supervised topic modeling, and density based clustering, and uncovered many common stereotypes as reported in the media and in the psychological literature, as well as some more novel findings. The authors analyzed age related data across six common topics expected to occur for all age groups: family and friends, finance, work, politics, technology, and health. For example, some of the most frequently mentioned overgeneralizations for the fourth generation group in the friends and family categories is: boomers are considered as terrible parents. Gen X is also considered as a are considered as a terrible parents, but is better than boomers. Millennials are not having more children and they give their children weird names, and Gen Z is going to be best parents. However, this study was only limited to age groups, and the author did not consider economical, social, and ethnic categories. And another study suggests that persuasive messages on social media trigger users' persuasive knowledge if a brand is marked as their source. If, however, a user posts brand related content, this can have persuasive effect without creating awareness of a persuasive potential. As it is only fair to the customer to disclose covert advertising practices, this study argued for stricter regulation of campaigns aiming at broad user participation. For instance, by also including ad disclosures on user-generated posts created in this contents. As such, posts containing a hashtag or caption promoted by a brand could be marked as a commercial content. This study highlights that user-generated content has a more persuasive effect on marketing than direct marketing done by the companies. Thank you. Now, my friend Rakib will carry on with the presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. I am SM Rakib Hassan and I'll be going on with the next part of the presentation. So our next study includes Tweet NLP, a platform for natural language processing in social media that has its own Python module. It enables a range of NLP operations such as sentiment analysis, named entity recognition, emoji prediction, and offensive language identification. The platform runs without the need for specialist hardware or cloud servers and is driven by fairly large transformer-based language models that are focused on social media text. The article describes the various language models used in Twitter NLP, including the early pre-training on Roberta and XLMR checkpoints, and ongoing pre-training on Twitter-specific corpora. The next paper discusses the Twitter Vigilance Platform as a tool developed by the Digit Lab at the University of Florence for collecting and analyzing Twitter data for research purposes. It consists of three modules, TV, RTTV, and TVSOL, which allows for data collection, real-time analysis, and advanced search capabilities. The platform has been validated against a dataset of 270 million tweets and has been used in various case studies, such as monitoring city services, critical events, and user behavior, among others. It has been adopted by over 30 users, mainly local public administrations and research groups, and contains over 100 channels for collecting information on different topics and trends. In our next segment, we'll discuss about the methods with which we progress in this paper. So we collected video descriptions and comments from trending TikTok videos from various interests ranging from online gaming, makeup and beauty, fitness, music, sports, politics, etc. We used Web Scraper to collect the data. In the next part, we'll discuss the results and we compare these results with different NLP models. For the conclusion, we have our NLP-based analysis of user-generated material on TikTok has shed light on the predominant patterns and topics on the site. From our research, we were able to identify the most popular hashtags, challenges, and music genres, offering insight into the material that TikTok users respond to the most. Our findings contribute to the comprehension of user behavior and preferences on TikTok and may be useful for content providers and marketers seeking to increase engagement on the site. In addition, given our analysis reveals the dearth of substantial research on TikTok data, it paves the way for more investigation of this prominent social media network. Because of the dynamic nature of TikTok's user-generated content, various difficulties were encountered during data collecting and pre-processing. In addition, because TikTok is a relatively new site, there is currently a dearth of studies on assessing its material, making it difficult to compare the results to the existing body of research. Future studies should investigate additional factors driving the popularity of TikTok trends, such as user demographics and social interactions, and expand the analysis to encompass other languages and countries. Investigating the influence of TikTok trends on society and culture, such as their impact on fashion, music, and social standards, is a promising alternative avenue. This study lays the groundwork for future research aimed at comprehending the birth and spread of the viral material on TikTok. And our last section contains all our references which we have used in the paper. Although we have many papers which are not included in the references because they are used in methodologies and comparing the results with. So they will be included in the next drafts. Thank you. That's all for our presentation. Assalamu alaikum.